What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry, and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. The markets today are looking a lot better. We're seeing a little bit of green in the market, but is this the end? We're finally going to go up from here and never see these prices again, or will there be more sideways consolidation? So if you like that, if you like the content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian, and links for Twitch and Discord will all be down below. And I'm actually recording this video on Twitch right now. The purpose of this is so that way for the videos moving forward, I can also be streaming live on Twitch during the week. The plan for now is to start streaming between 12 and 3 every day. And during this time, I will go over how I look at charts for the day, how I come up with my videos, to just give a better idea of the learning process. So if you want to see me record the videos for YouTube live, man, head over to twitch.tv/cryptovet. And then, in the evenings, I will go over both charts, and I will also most likely play games, whether it's Call of Duty. But a lot of my friends in South Africa and other people in the OMG Tap Lounge, I definitely want to support and play with. So that'll be more of the streams in the evening. But like I said, it'll still be crypto at heart. So after the match, whatever the case may be, I will still answer questions, and we'll keep an eye on the market and potentially start entering some trades. But let's go ahead and get started. If we head over here to CoinMarketCap, we can see that our our overall market cap's gone up. We're about 1.4 trillion. We're kind of leveling out. ETH gas fees going higher and higher. Bitcoin dominance is actually going up. And we see Bitcoin dominance going up because our price is going up and the amount of money going into other cryptocurrencies is not going up at the same rate. Thus, Bitcoin's power or dominance is going up. But scrolling down, we see lots and lots of green across the board. If we go to our biggest gainers, we have Ethereum Classic. Whether this is the Robinhood effect, not sure, because I don't see Doge up here at the same time. But our biggest losers, not much. Let's have Kusama, Bitcoin, SV, and CeeLo. So heading over to Bitcoin dominance, we were saying how we fell into this pattern. We reached our low, and now we're trading between two support and resistance here. So the question is, will we potentially bounce up and break out of this and see Bitcoin rally really soon? Or is it more likely that Bitcoin will pop up a little bit, but now that the altcoins are getting their momentum back, more money will actually flow into them, and we'll see Bitcoin's dominance drop back down to this support here? I'm not very sure. I'd say it's more likely that Bitcoin will actually get above some certain levels, probably above $40,000 to $42,000 before we would see the real alt season, because people need to have confidence in crypto in general, right? And Bitcoin is the king right now. Bitcoin is what we have to watch. Looking at the total market cap here, we can see that on the 20 daily exponential moving average, our total market cap is actually finding some rejection. And this also correlates with what we see in other charts. If we go to Bitcoin, we were starting to struggle at the 20 daily. Ethereum finally overcoming the 20 daily. XRP, if we head over here, finding resistance at the 20 daily. And all of this charts, if you took every one of them together and applied the 20 daily, this is the average of them. This is showing that overall across the board, we could see some resistance here. And it's also being shown by the VPVR, which I like to see as very, very helpful for determining when are we going to start to have some trouble, or is it smooth sailing either way. So like if we were up here, there's sky's the limit, right? If we fall from here, there's not much support. There's this big open area, right? So this just helps build a plan in my head. All right, now if we head over here to Bitcoin on the 4 hour, let's go back to the weekly real quick. Bitcoin on the weekly, we can see, I've been following this same thing, and I still believe in the thesis that Bitcoin is in a bull run, and, time frame is, our perspective all comes down to time frame. If we look at this chart right here from start to finish, we are in an uptrend. We've never set lower lows. We're constantly setting higher highs, right? So Bitcoin's never been in a bear trend. But if you believe that Bitcoin being scarce and crypto in general in the future will be worth more, it doesn't really matter any short-term price action. It'll always be worth more today or 4 years from today than it is whatever now. So if you believe in that, then any investment now is good. But personally, I think that this is a very interesting thing, that whatever price we reached in May of the last year of the cycle ends up being the bottom of the next cycle. And I've never seen anyone else mention it. Like, if you guys find someone else who's mentioning it, I just want to know what they think about it, because I haven't got any feedback on this theory at all. To me, it's very interesting that we reached it in May, and that there was always choppy issues, and then that last 90 to 120 days is where, that's where all the magic happens. That's where it really picks off. And during this cycle, if you read any news articles between this time, everything sounds the same. So I went in and searched news articles. Everything that happened right here, same shit. This person banned that. This person said this is going to do this. This regulator, is being paid off by you. Whatever the news was, everything went away, and people sold at the bottom and then bought in when it started getting really, really high, right? That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. So, I think it's really cool. We came down. So I definitely think that in the next 1 to 2 months, we are going to have a slow trend up. We'll, of course, get rejected at 65,000 again, because that's there, but it won't be for long. And I think we'll have that parabolic move up to 250,000, potentially as high as 500,000 per Bitcoin. And the only reason why is just it's euphoria. It's everybody thinks it can't go any higher. I feel like this narrative that has been so far against crypto is going to switch to pro crypto so fast that that's where you get these huge pumps from, right? So overall, I think that any crypto right now is a good buy, and if it goes down, I'm willing to wait, and that's why my strategy works for me, because I don't need this money at the moment. So again, I still think 30K was the floor, and I'm gonna look good if I predicted that right. But does it mean I'm amazing and all-knowing? Absolutely not. Got lucky. More signs said that it was the bottom than it was the top, so I went according to that plan, right? And you're going to get the analysts out there that's going to say exactly as I predicted. Yeah, but bullshit. You say it's going to go up, down, or sideways every fucking day, right? Yeah, it's either going to go up, down, or sideways. I predicted it. But all right, if we zoom in here and we can go to the 4 hour, we can see all this sideways consolidation that is occurring. And, again, we're finally getting above this 20 daily exponential moving average. Now, we could be in a big ass descending triangle. If that's the case, maybe this is a bear market, right? I don't think that's the case, but I want to be the first person to call for this giant head and shoulders / giant descending triangle to fully play out, because if it does fully play out, you know what, baby, we are waiting for some negative $7,000 Bitcoin. So, what are the odds that it's going to go to negative $7,000? So, looking at these patterns, yeah, technical analysis can be very, very helpful. But in this point, all this is really showing me is that we definitely really overshot our target at first here. We probably should have topped out on this rally here. And so I'll try and find the video. But I went over my theory on Coinbase and Elon Musk and all of the dates and timing with stimulus and everything all put together, and as to why this most likely should have been where we had topped out, but every cycle is different because things can change and all that, and that we probably should have consolidated until about where we hit our top and then started to move up for another pump. But instead, we did everything backwards. We had Elon Musk's news here, we had Coinbase IPO selling at the top, and all of these things just happened to pan out around certain dates. And these dates were planned a long time ago, but why did they just happen to work out now, right? Who knows what the case may be, but very unlikely that we will go down that far. If we did extend into a bear market, I doubt the floor will drop below 20. So anything 20 up would be a good buy. So that's just my 2 cents. Again, I'm just a doctor / idiot, and this is not financial advice. Do your own research, learn for yourself. If you copy my trade and you lose money and I didn't, did you really copy my trade, or did you not follow the plan or not understand it fully, right? So looking here at Bitcoin on the 4 hourly, we can see that we have finally broken above the key line that I was saying. The key line that I was saying we needed to get above. This was a resistance that we randomly got hit on right here, and then of course lines up perfect with this symmetrical triangle that we formed back on June 8th. And now we have finally broken through 1, 2, 3, and the 20 daily exponential moving average all at the same time, showing some very, very good signs that this is actually phase C of this Wyckoff. This is the spring. We set our lower low, we get our double bottom, and now we start. So then at this point, if we are in phase C, overcoming all of these resistances as well as this VPVR, we will start to see some sideways trading in between support resistances here, and eventually we will get above this area right here at around 42.5, and this is where the preliminary support in the automatic rally, we are finally turning this resistance back into support, showing that this was the bottom. This was the consolidation phases A, B, C, and then once above, we will be starting D, which can kind of dip back down a little bit, but shows that this was, we are starting to overcome it, and then we start to head to the upside. So definitely keeping an eye on Bitcoin right now. We could start to see some big movements. We could have a heavy rejection here to come back down and confirm this trend line down because we broke through it. So hopefully we come back down, maybe hit the 35.2 to solidify this 20 daily exponential moving average like we came up here. I'd like to hit it again and then continue upwards. So at least come down or touch this trend line to, really solidify that, yeah, we're starting to head to the upside and that we could potentially have fully reversed. Looking at Ethereum here, we're just going to go briefly over Ethereum and XRP. We can see that we still have a lot of resistance. However, we are potentially bouncing this 20 daily off the weekly exponential moving average and overcoming both of those. And ETH tends to lead the rallies, and there's new news coming here in July with EIP 1559, I believe it is. Now, as long as it's not postponed, the goal of this is to move a lot of this towards ETH 2.0, which will involve staking and reduction in fees and a lot of other little updates for quality of life things. So as long as that actually comes out, that's wonderful. Although I don't hold my breath on Vitalik. Who knows when this is going to come out? If I personally had to pick one over the other, I would still lean Cardano over Ethereum. But, now, everybody's hopping on the Cardano bandwagon, and, whether it's good or bad reasons, we still haven't seen a functional product from Cardano yet. We have a shitty performing product with Ethereum, but we don't even have a product with Cardano yet. Now, again, there's stuff in the works, and we could have all that very, very soon. So, pick your poison. I don't think ETH is going to go anywhere, but I definitely think other projects are going to give it a run for its money. And, the thing that is kind of annoying when it comes to like Ethereum is there's all these other cryptos that are layer 2s and other types of solutions for Ethereum, and the wonder is as well, if Ethereum fixes these themselves, what's the use of those other ones? Well, there's little caveats with each one that could make them still, viable and useful in the long run. But, things like Cardano and that take off and actually perform as all of 55 cryptos and Ethereum work and are expensive, and then Cardano can do what all 55 of those do, or Flare Network can do all of those with using XRP and other trustless assets. Something else is going to eventually take over if ETH can't step up its game. So although I'm very bullish on ETH in the long run, I'm a little hesitant because back in the day, Netscape and AOL and all of them were the front runners, and Yahoo, and nobody uses that shit anymore, right? So just because you're the first one doesn't mean you're going to stay there forever. Looking at you too, Bitcoin. But for Ethereum here, we could see some big movements here soon if we can break above this 20 daily. And I know I've gone over this moving average a lot, but this one has been very reliable for me in the crypto space as far as we may have a chance now. It's just like my first indicator to go, I'm going to start looking at more stuff for you now. I'm going to start really looking at the VWAP and the money flow. I'm going to start paying attention to the RSI and how the MACD, I really start looking at it more. And this is just like one of the first things I look at to determine what's next. So this is already very bullish for Ethereum in the long run. If we just throw this on the weekly, this is ETH to BTC. And, we are mimicking this very, very well. So, I don't expect anything lower than 0.05 ETH, and I do expect some big movement by the end of the year. In my opinion, I definitely think we're going to reach the 0.15 Bitcoin. The question is Bitcoin going to be worth 100K when that happens, or is Bitcoin only going to be worth, 20K and Ethereum's worth 10K, right? Who knows? So we're keeping an eye on this. The XRP to Bitcoin chart is also very, very similar. We had these two supports back in the day, and we came into support before. We got rejected on the 236, and then this is where we had all the SEC news down here at the bottom. We were trying to figure that out. We finally busted through this key support. We had our fun. We got shit on again, but now we are finally, like I said, I can zoom in, finally coming back down to touch this. And if things happen like they did before, when we touch this, we will start to have our predicted movements to the upside. But of course, this still relies on the SEC case, the deposition of the former SEC Chair Hinman and whether or not he says anything about the former practices of SEC partners and members who work for them and what their investment rules were. So we'll see. He said, we're at the SEC, we all say that ETH is not a security, yet, the ETH Foundation is selling and buying. So I don't know, man. It's not that I want them to come after ETH. I definitely don't. But which one was more a security, ETH or XRP versus Ripple and the Ethereum Foundation? Well, fucking for sure it was the Ethereum Foundation, because they're still operating under said pretenses, right? Versus, XRP is in an escrow, and validator nodes are not controlled majority by XRP or Ripple. It's only 16%. There's 36 validator nodes. I believe they run 6 of them. And then all this nonsense about the UNL has to be Ripple. It does not. You can trust any node that you want. There's just so many other misconceptions and things that, in a sense, are just setting XRP back, because when you come in brand new to the space, and there's nothing against you, but what you're going to start, you hear something and you go, okay, this guy's on the internet, I should listen to what he says, right? And then some people research, some people don't. And, misinformation gets spread from there. So anything can happen, but I definitely am still looking for XRP to be doing at least a 10 to 15x from here minimum. And this same thing, this is the US dollar to XRP. You can see we dropped below that key support briefly. It was support, then it was resistance, so now hopefully we can start this trend to the upside, but we have lots of resistance, specifically next the big even of $1 and right around the 89 to 92 cents. So just keeping an eye on it. This same Wyckoff pattern that we saw in Bitcoin way back here, this was found during the SEC lawsuit. We had the exact same stuff. But in this example here, we actually didn't have that full spring. We got the secondary test in phase B, but we stayed between these support resistances, and phase D ended up being the longest before entering phase E. So, these time frames don't have to match up. It really comes down to when you get above and below certain support resistances, as well as where your lower lows and other activity occur. But this Wyckoff worked out very nice for us, because we traded from right here in phase C, and we didn't close until, I want to say, somewhere around $1.47 finally. Yeah, so somewhere in this area. But, that was a very, very good trade based off of Wyckoff. So, it's just something to throw into your arsenal for now. But that's going to do it for today. I will edit this video here on the stream, and then I'll end stream and go to get stuff up and post it, and then we'll be streaming again tonight. So let me know if you guys like this new style, if you like the schedule, if you do prefer different times, or other requests as to how this process could be better. You think you might know, please let me know. I'm open to all ideas. But that's going to do it for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.